No. Hey everyone, this is Carla, and this is another episode of Adventures in Workforce Development, the training meeting. So I gave part one last week, and this meeting is about uh, matching myself with the different recruiters and everyone to land more opportunity back in my native Cleveland. So, and as well as remote and online because we're doing that also. And I'm very happy at how progressive the recruiters and the employment specialists and everyone is regarding obtaining, not just training certification, but also landing positions. So I've been working with them regarding online positions also. So today, this is Monday. I had the training meeting, so I was supposed to meet out there with the vendor. Now, I walked in when we last spoke last Tuesday, nearly a week ago, about we're gonna do two things. So, Security Plus and the Amazon Web Services because I'm a native Clevelander, and we talked about getting into Amazon through Amazon Web Services, and I was looking around to see whether or not you needed certification to actually work in there, and just to be on the safe side, to since there's a budget, go out there and check it out and see what happens. Okay, so I go there. I'm only thinking about two things: CompTIA Security Plus, and the Amazon Web Services, the three courses you need for the cloud practitioner. Okay, that's not how it went. What happened was we went from two. The provider was looking at the maximum stuff, so he was like, "This is your opportunity to submit. It's what you want." Um, if the and you can, it's really frowned upon, or you can't go back and add things to it in a minute. It's like a window of opportunity. So he started mentioning the solutions architect, and I was actually thinking about that on our phone call last Tuesday. I was talking about how I do have cybersecurity experience. I worked as a system admin, so I do have foundational knowledge, but not necessarily in Amazon Web Services. I wanted to learn more about that in the cloud. Like, I know cloud, I know the difference between infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So I know the cloud types. I also know the distribution or deployment types of private, public, and hybrid. So I know all that because when you do cybersecurity, you have to know that. But I didn't know the Amazon specific vendor, so that's why I wanted to start off. A lot of people say that the cloud practitioner is optional. Amazon says that, but if I never had a certification, I'm a little bit leery of just going straight to solutions architect, having no knowledge whatsoever. I probably could do it, but I would rather be on the safe side. And to give you a sidebar, I took the Certified Associate in Project Management, which is the junior level project management certification in 2011, in August 2011. And then uh, 2 years later, in June 2013, I passed the project management professional. So you just want to get a feel of the certifications and just make sure you know what you're doing before you just jump in there. Okay, cool. I was thinking about taking the solutions architect associate anyway. Then he said sysops administrator. That threw me for a loop because yes, I know that the sysop administrator is in operations for Amazon, but you don't hear a whole lot of people talking about that. And I look at what people are talking about, not just in the field, but also on LinkedIn, because that's the business social media. You see a lot of solutions architect, even on Reddit, because I follow the AWS certification subreddit. You see a lot of solutions architect, associate, and professionals. You don't see a lot of sys admins, and I was just like amazed at that because it was like I wasn't really thinking about that. So um, I went home and I started researching it. And I looked at the people on LinkedIn who received the certification within the past 1 or 2 weeks. I congratulate them because that's what I like doing, because having obtained 4 certifications, I know how hard it is to get them. And I asked them, you know, what would you mind sharing the resources that you use to pass? Oftentimes when they upload the certifications, they list what they done, what they used, and if it's good enough for them to pass, I'll consider like using it. The training provider also mentioned the CompTIA Cloud Plus and Cloud Essentials. Now, before walking in there, I didn't even know that CompTIA had 2 different types of certification. But not only did I learn that they had 2, I now know the difference. So, Cloud Essentials is for non-technical people, like the business people, to give the business argument and the business strategy for cloud. Cloud Plus is for the technical people. The core difference also between the 2 is Cloud Essentials, no need to recertify. You have that certification for life. Cloud Plus, you have to recertify every 3 years. And, you know, first I was like, okay, I'll look at the Cloud Essentials. But then this goes back to LinkedIn and why LinkedIn is so big. As I mentioned, you get to know the polls, the trends, everything. Well, I follow a cloud recruiter, and through my research, I have a cloud recruiter who's in my network, and she reshared another recruiter who said that they prefer the AWS cloud, which that is huge, because if you're looking at CompTIA, not just AWS, you also have Microsoft Azure, and then you have Google Certified Professional, GCP. Those are the other 2 more prominent. So there's 3, for those who are watching, there are 3 prominent certifications. Amazon with AWS, Amazon Web Services. Then you have Microsoft, which is Microsoft Azure. And then you have the 3rd one, which is Google Cloud Professional. It's GCP. I don't know if it's professional or practitioner, but those are the 3. And to say that they preferred AWS was big, because you want to know, like, it's not just getting certifications just to rack up stuff. It's you want to be functional, and you want it to have a long tenure and a long shelf life, because with certification, you're dedicating a lot of time and energy towards it. So you want to make sure that you get as much time and money return on investment for that. And so you have to look at what the business needs are, and that's what LinkedIn is great for. LinkedIn is great for the business needs and seeing what people need for that. So I kept that into consideration for the cloud, because I already wanted to do the AWS cloud practitioner, and this just solidifies that I'm on the right path of pursuing that, because there is a market need for that. Not just specifically because I'm back in my native Cleveland and I was interested in obtaining a AWS job back here in my hometown of Cleveland. So it has portability. It has portability everywhere, not just Cleveland, DC, California, worldwide. AWS cloud certification has portability. So what was this? Okay. And so after the meeting, he came back and I told him that, I'll look at the stuff, I'll review, and I'll get back to you. Another thing I want to also mention for those who are interested in the certification, especially cybersecurity, because even though I'm in Cleveland, I have a lot of people who are in DC that are part of my network. I also learned through this that yes, you have the Department of Defense 8570, but you also have a new directive, the Department of Defense Directive 8140, and that is completely different. They've added new certifications such as Certified Ethical Hacker, I think a CFI, some type of financial thing. It's probably like forensic accounting, cyber fraud, something. but it has the cybersecurity analyst, which is part of CompTIA. So I wanted to pass that on to you too, because that's something I learned when I was doing the research. So the training meeting isn't how I expected it, but it afforded me an opportunity to look at what the market trends are, what the business needs are, tap into my network, and learn something more that I'm very happy to share with you. So this is part 2 of Adventures in Workforce Development. My name is Carla R. Jenkins. I am a certified project management professional, certified Scrum and Idle, with 12 years problem solving experience in project management, big data, and IT service management. You can get in touch with me at carlarjenkins.com/work or carlarjenkins.com. Click on the contact button and I get your email. So I would like to thank everyone for getting in touch with me. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next live stream video. Goodbye.